Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Havoc League. We are on main stage. We got a C group matchup, and it's me and my boy Clam on the desk tonight. Top tier casters coming at you for the
Hell
C
yeah.
group matchup of the week. Talk to me, Clam. How you feel about this matchup that we're going to see tonight?
I'm feeling pretty great, Invictus. Honestly, I mean, these are two pretty good teams in their own right, facing off tonight. In the C group match, we'll see. I mean, this is the last one you told me of the regular season, so definitely,
Yeah.
some important ones to win for the seeding heading into the playoffs. Here, it's going to be Task Force versus Omega as well tonight. So I'm not too certain about Omega's roster. I've seen Task Force play more than Omega for sure, but
Yeah,
Omega, no slouches either on their roster.
for sure.
We'll see. I mean, who do you favor? Who do you think's the favorite
I
tonight?
mean, I just think there's a lot of beef between these two teams tonight. So we're going to see some emotion come out of both sides tonight. I think they want to win these matches more than anything. These are the ones that you circle your calendar for because this is a matchup of the ages. Invizo, Revan, and Zernak on the side of Dark Horse Omega. And they're a team that is definitely, up in the standings right now. Everything going on in the league. There's been some, changes into the C group as well. They come back into the league. They got bounced out. Now there's just a lot of, beef going back and forth between teams. And these two teams do not like each other. This group of guys, they're going to come out hot and ready. And yeah, I think Dark Horse take it, in my personal opinion.
Dark Horse take it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you know a little bit more about the Dark Horse boys than me. I've only spectated them. I've casted them, I think, one time so far. I've seen Task Force a little bit more, and the matches I've watched Task Force play, they've looked pretty good, to be honest, in all the ones I've
Yeah.
seen. But there has been some back and forth in the Havoc League, going
Yeah. Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
some
For sure.
trash talk. So I'm curious if Omega are gonna come out on top after some blows have been exchanged. Like you said, the roster for Omega, the
Yeah.
roster for Task Force as well is going to be Fate, Khan, Xena, and Gonzo tonight as well for the boys on Task Force Elite or Zero, excuse me. We'll see if they're
Yeah.
up for the task. No pun intended, but we'll see. I don't know exactly what we're going to expect tonight because there's been a lot of trash talk back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to see some body shot. Let's be real
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. It's going to happen. We already know it's going to happen, Clay. And there's going to be some body shots going every which way for sure. Don't don't ever, don't get that twisted. These guys do not like each other. But if we go over to our map set for just a second, we start on a Hacienda hard point, and that's going to be an interesting one for both these teams. We've talked about this team for Task Force as well. They really like these search and destroy maps, but we have not seen them on this map. We've seen the side of Omega on this map a little bit more. Maybe their map pick coming in of dealership is going to help them in that S&D round if they can't win round map number 1. Vault Control, I feel like that's going to be a straight up square up. Both these teams very good at the Vault Control, and it's just going to be who can get the most kills in the moment. I do believe, because both these teams are absolutely ridiculous at Vault Control, and it's going to be a hard question on who's going to win that one going into it. Clam, talk to me about those last two maps if we do see them.
Yeah, I mean, Vault Hardpoint as well as Red Card S&D. It's kind of an interesting series we have in front of us, starting out with Hossie and then Dealership, kind of just to bang out, with the car bombs and different strategies that you could come out with on that map. Kind of an interesting pick in this series. And then Double Vault as well, testing your mental on that one. There's a lot of, just fundamentals that go into playing a Vault, especially on that hard point as well, rotating, making sure you're not flipping for P2, for P4, especially the money hill on that one. So we'll see, a double dose of that. And, typically, if you go from S&D to like a respawn, it can maybe, you have to slow down, speed up your pace. We're going from control to a hard point. So definitely guns blazing.
Exactly.
We're keeping the same pace there for sure. So, I mean, we'll see if who comes out on top in the Vault
and
square off if we reach it.
I've seen both teams on both sides pop off on both of those modes on Vault Control, Vault Hardpoint. Both teams, I've seen the side of Task Force Khan, drop a 50 bomb on a Vault map 4. So this is, very reminiscent of that series as well. We'll see if that does happen for him tonight. But at the same time, these guys, the thing about TFE that worries me first is that they do like to start off a little bit slower. They're okay with losing round one because they do think they can bounce it back in the S&D. We'll see how this S&D does go for the map 2 because it's not an S&D that I see them play very often. You know, they like the red card. They like the protocol. They don't like this dealership close quarter engagement where they have to speed up and slow down the pace of play. They are very good at that, but it's easier to slow down that pace of play on a larger map like the red card, like the protocols, because then you can actually play to your play style and not the other team's. This map, though, plays for the team that's going to be more pacey and ready to fight on the hill, to on the site, to, you know, make the play when it matters the most for your team. And I think that does favor the side of Dark Horse over the side. So, you know, they have to bounce back into these map number ones, I do believe, tonight. They cannot rely on the SD. And yeah, they need to win map 1. And if they don't, it could be hairy off the rip for them, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I'm actually kind of surprised to see them not veto dealership. I maybe it's a map they play. I have seen them play dealership a decent amount, but it's been close when I've watched them for the side of Task Force Zero. I'm talking. You know, but they are going to veto that rewind as well in the SND. So yeah, we are going to see dealership map number 2. And then also, you know, they are going to get that red card map number 5 if we do go the distance, if we do see all 5 maps here. So maybe potentially favoring them if we do extend the series to 5. But, you know, it's going to be if they can get there, really. Can they survive the respawns, you know, and potentially, you know, dealership SND, it's not just a Task Force Zero auto win here. It's one of those mixy maps for sure where, you know, the aggressive team, the team that's more confident making aggressive play calls and just coordinated. Honestly, you really just need coordination on that map. The team that's more coordinated usually wins that map more often than not. And, you know, that goes for every type of game mode for realistically. But I mean, especially in SND on a mixy map like that, a close quarters one at that. So we'll see. You know, Task Force Zero, I'm looking at that SND map number 2 for them to take. But if they lose that one, Invictus, they might lose this series potentially 3-0, 3-1 here.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a hard series in my personal opinion because, you know, you pick a lot of maps that also this side of Dark Horse are very good at, no matter what squad they have in tonight. And tonight they have a squad that is ready to play. Revan, Zernak, Zoe, Envy, all of these guys ready to shoot back into the C group. They've been, you know, they got knocked out of it for a little bit. Now they're back into it. So we'll see them start to play in this one very, very well, I do believe. We'll see them come out and ready to aim, and, like, you know, it's just a grudge match. It's like that Optic versus FaZe, like it's like the 100T versus FaZe this year as well. It's just a grudge match. People do not like each other in this lobby right now, and they're about to let each other know who's better at playing Call of Duty off the rip, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you know, these players may not like each other, but I mean, let it all on the server. Like, get out of the text chat, get in the server, shoot back, show them how you're gonna do it with your gun and not your words, guys. Let's see what happens tonight. In this matchup. I mean, I would really like to see a banger map 5 or map 5 round 11. We'll see if we end up reaching that red card. I mean, maybe not the preferred map for people to watch. I actually personally love watching Red Card SND because I think it's just a super tactical map. It might not seem like it at first glance, but I think there's a lot of different strategies you can employ on a map like that with a lot of crossfires and angles and stuff like that. So we'll see if it ends up going the distance, but that's kind of what I'm trying to see here in Invictus. I want to see this go the distance on the main stage tonight.
Yeah, I'm ready for the distance call tonight, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if we go the distance. One of these teams just pops out and becomes a little bit better than the other one. But at the same time, I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're going to see all 5. This is a grudge match at the end of the day. One team does not want to lose. Neither team want to lose this tonight. They are ready to fight for this, tonight. And we'll see what is going on. If you look at the tags, look at the name tags going on right now, ladies and gentlemen. If you can see them, if you can't see them, that's fine as well, but you'll see them when they come into the game. It's very interesting. I'll just put it that way.
You guys might see the clan tags here in game in a minute, but yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to a banger match, nothing less. I mean, I did pull up the standings as well before this. It looks like Task Force Zero, if this is right, they haven't dropped the map as of yet. If I'm looking at this right, Dark Horse, Omega, yeah, both of these teams 2-0 so far. Dark Horse,
Yeah.
Omega 6-2 map count. I believe that's updated as well. So yeah, I mean, battle for first seed here. I mean, Task Force Zero, they've looked perfect so far. We'll see if they can keep up that perfect form. It's going to be up to them whether or not they can come out of their group in first place as well. And also you have Sacred Gaming in there and Amplify too. A bunch of actually teams that are so 2-0 in this group. So, you know, potentially it could come down to map count, who gets first seed heading to playoff time. So, I mean, I'm sure both of these teams, you know, looking for some revenge as well as just that seeding and to try and get the, you know, the better end of the bracket come playoff time here.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. These are two top tier teams in the C group for sure. And we'll see how they lock horns tonight, because it's going to be an interesting battle for sure when we head into map number 1. We are just about to get there, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you got a snack. Make sure you got a drink. I got some water with me. Clam probably got some water with him as well. So we are locked in, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting ready to start. We're getting loaded up into the map. And it's going to be a very, very good Hacienda hardpoint to start us off, ladies and gentlemen. Clam, how you feeling about a Hasi hardpoint?
I love me some Hasi hardpoint, to be honest. This is probably my favorite map in BO6, to be honest. You know, obviously it's a throwback map from BO4. You know, why not? It's one of my favorites from that one too. You know,
we
were talking all about the maps and modes and how they should have brought more maps back from BO4. But hey, we got one of them. This is the one, and this is probably my favorite one to watch.
And unfortunately, we get a draw.
You go defense first.
We get a draw. Unfortunately,
no defense. It's hard point.
I'm not sure what defense is here. You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know if you guys can hear that on the broadcast, but some chirping early in this one.
Yeah, we had some chirping going early.
Do you know what P2 spawns? That's what I'm asking.
We got some chirping going on early.
Can they hear that on the broadcast?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they can. I'm pretty sure they can.
Okay. So you guys know what's going on down in the
they're letting them know.
Get some popcorn, guys. We're in for a spicy one. We're not even loaded into map number 1, and they're already yapping.
Yep. This is how it's gonna start. I promise you. When we go into those listen-ins later tonight, later in this hard point, you're gonna hear some crazy deads. It's gonna be an interesting fight back and forth, and you know, I'm ready for map 1. This is just a matchup that you look for as a caster. That's just like, dang, this is two top teams, even in the EWG as well. Yeah. Their teams are a little different here though, because they're allowed some players back. So we'll see what happens here in this map. And goodness gracious, we'll see those boys try to go live. The first time I casted Revan, he absolutely dropped nuclear numbers in this league as well, and in EWG. So
yeah,
we'll see if he can do the same thing against this side of, a top team as well in the C group. Khan, Fake, Gonzo, and Xena, no slouches as well. So we'll see how this goes on. I look at a guy like Xena, the last 2 series that I casted for him, he started off just a little bit slow in the kill feed. We'll see if he does do the same thing, or if he can come out here frying like I know he's been able to do. He has the potential to do so, but he's just got to do it. We'll see if he can do so. And for the other side, I really look at a guy like Envy. He's been questioned a lot. We'll see how he comes out and decides to play his game. But we're loaded on in, ladies and gentlemen. The talk is over. It's now left up to Call of Duty. Let's see what happens here.
See if they can pick the right teams this time, hopefully, and we'll load on in, and we'll get things situated here. We haven't really talked about it a whole lot beforehand, but no lurk tonight for Omega, so we'll see if that affects their teamwork here at all. I mean, Revan coming in. Obviously, I haven't casted Revan myself, but you gassed him up. Obviously, a great player in his own right, dropping 50 bombs, so maybe a solid substitution. We'll see if it works out for them, but it's not always about the kills. It's about how the teams mesh and coordinate together. It's all about those fundamentals and, picking up each other's cuts and just solid communication and teamwork. We'll see if the Omega boys are up to the task tonight, as we are going to be on into Hacienda. And it looks like 10 seconds and counting down. I mean, predictions, we talked about it, I guess a little bit beforehand, but you're predicting Omega here. And I think I might agree with you on that. I think we're going to see a map 5 though.
Yeah, I think we're going map 5, but maybe Omega can shock the world as well. You never know. As we head into map number 1, ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be the side of TFE that has the better side of spawn here for the P2 side. The fights go down. Khan collects onto the first blood here into the game, and they open up onto the kills. It is going to be first hill going to be secured by the side of Dark Horse Omega, and now they have a spawn flip. Here they go as they open it up into the middle of the map, into back of the spawn. Can they get it done? They do get the kills. Now it goes their way. Back and forth into the kill feed again. And nobody on hill time. This is just a slow start for both teams. Just trying to fight over the P2 spawns. And finally, it does look like someone gets onto the hill for the side of TFE as they collect onto it, but spawns in favor of the side of Dark Horse for right now.
Yeah, Khan by his lonesome all the way back here. He has a player right behind him, but the timing might work out in his favor, or maybe not. He's going to get pitched on through, but he's still alive and kicking. I don't know how he's able to slither on out of there. And just as I say that, Gonzo is going to be going for the overextension, trying to play for spawns, but he's taken out from a pinch on the hill. It's imminent here, and 3, 2, 1 and counting. They're all going to die on the hill, and that's a great rebreak there from Omega, securing the spawns and securing some early hill time here on this P2.
And you can see already Omega pushing out into the big rock position, trying to control a little bit of the space. Xena getting some shots through the walls. They're going to hold into this P4 side and just hold this for just a second. But still, Zernak here on the hill, beaming off the side map as well. He's going to take care of side door, trying to get something done in front. Can't do it. Can't get the kills there, but his teammates do collect onto it. And it's going to be a big rotate out of the side of TFE 0 if they want to try to get back into this one. P3 is the side they have to do it. Khan going to collect onto the first blood onto this P3 side in this side middle cut here. And 8 up top can only get 1 collected. Khan going to be able to get 2 in the bottom cutout. And again, still Gonzo in the back. He gets taken care of. Zernak and Co. and Zoe trying to find somebody here. Back and forth into the kill feed for both teams as Khan does get taken care of. Zoe trying to make a play up into top window. He does get it. Hill time still now going the way of Dark Horse as they collect onto this again. This is where they try to build their lead into this one, headed into that P4 side. Now they spawn into the well side and they get a flip. Pinch coming in as well, and it's a break for the side of TFE. Last little bit of time going to go their way. Rotations on in for the side of Dark Horse. First kills, though, going for the side of TFE back into this P4 side.
We'll see what the setup looks like. So far, so good. It's going to come down to a 1v1, and it looks like Khan is going to win it. So it's going to be early time. Task Force Zero's way, and the knife coming out top office, not going to find a home. So blue time for now, but the pressure is coming on in. It's mounting. We'll see if they can hold for now. Xena on the overextension is dealt with. 2 for 2 in the kill feed. So far, so good for the Task Force Zero, but we'll see if they can hold on. We'll see if they can even do anything on here. Just in trades back and forth, but that's going to be a break on in from Omega. So only about 20 seconds from this P4 time before the break comes on in. And now it's up to Omega. You have the numbers. Can you hold on in from the front? We're still 30 seconds away from the reset of hills. Still up for grabs for anybody here.
Yeah, and again, the side of TFE just waltz on into hill, and they collect onto this last little bit of time. And, you know, it does look like Omega's going to try to fight a little bit for this, maybe. But they want to try to fight for this P2 side more or less. And again, 2 for 2 trades do come out, but the whole team just getting met at the doors and not going to be able to collect one into side door. He's just trying to get to this P2 side and make sure that his team spawns up over here. And it does go ahead and happen. And Fate going to now be in the fight here at Big Rock. And he's going to get taken care of there. And again, Gonzo getting one. And again, they're not collecting back onto Gonzo. Going to try to at least onto the hill. But Xena there to take him out. And so far, so good for TFE 0. As they are starting to collect good time into the hill. They're just not allowing the side of Dark Horse to get on into the hill. And Fate getting body shots, letting them know for sure right now, as Gonzo is just holding down the hill time already. Collecting onto this one. Revan here trying to push out this fight. His team gets back onto the hill time. So far, so good. And the spawn out does happen again for the side of TFE, but Xena still here in the back of the map trying to make a play for his side. as this definitely could end up very well. But Envy has an idea of where he's going to be at. He collects onto one. Does he know there's more there? Or does he just not read this at all? There's going to be another one. He gets shots at him, and he just doesn't turn in time. Gonzo shooting bodies as well. They're not going to be able to collect probably on Gonzo on the backside of map. Khan going to not be able to get anything, but Fate and Co collect into the site again.
What they can do on this break, it's been so far so good from Omega on this rotation, and just as like I say that, I mean, Khan and Co are trying to break on in, but I mean, it's been P2 locked down from Omega so far. We'll see if they can climb on in, get the rest of this 20. It looks like the spawns are going to be close, so the final 20 should go the way of Task Force Zero here. It's going to be about these rotations. 2 new right now. Fate's going to be sealing theirs in the back right now. Rips the wig off one. Should get info on the second one as well. And now it's just going to be up to Zoe on this outer fence area on rotation. He has a teammate now with Revan chiming on in, but we'll see what the setup looks like. It's going to be a battle top mid right now. Revan loses it, so it's all up to Zoe on this P3 time to buy time for his teammates to just stall, but he's going to get taken down in his tracks. So early time, going to be going Task Force Zero away, and this lead is starting to become a decent one as well. About 40 to 50 points on this P3 zone. It's really going to be up to Omega now. Can they break? Can they do anything on this rotation as well? It's really going to come down to P4 Rock Hill for me, to be honest here, Invictus.
Yeah, and you definitely know that's going to happen. Let's go head into a quick listen-in with the side of TFE Zero as they collect most of this time here at P3. They're looking to continue the run as well.
Absolute top plat right now, Zoe.
Revan's bottom you. He's giving plat. Give him plat. Rotate, Jared, rotate.
I'm
dead. Two on. Check office.
Yeah, I'm clearing office. I'm going to clear office.
No, he's bottom you, or bottom on.
One open.
Watch him boat.
I'm boat.
On you. Tag
He's
up
watching boat
MV
from
new.
bottom on, Jared.
Tagged up MV new, right side, close.
Big win, Jared.
Big wins.
One more.
Oh, no, two on.
I have a pinch.
I'm Lambo.
Dead.
That's the comms for Task Force Zero. They sound pretty locked and loaded. I mean, incredibly loud and frantic comms, I'm not going to lie, but they do know what they're talking about here, Invictus. They're doing a great job calling out, and they have the lead so far. So we'll see if it's going to be up to Omega now to answer back. We'll see if they could do up for the task so far as they do break on into this P4 hill. Let's go into a listening with them and see how they're common after that one.
All me open, Con. Keep flanked around.
Open a bullet.
I got one open.
One more time. Nice, good shit. One more time.
Shit!
Go.
Nice, good shit. No.
Okay. I'm holding on.
Very passionate comms coming out of the side of Dark Horse Omega. You heard it first from Zernak, letting them know already in the comms as well. Fate and Co trying to be playing back onto this P1. This lead now starting to dwindle here a little bit for the side of Task Force. They're knocked back into Hill, gonna have a 1v1 chow with the SMG in hand. He's done this before, switching over to this when he needs to, and he's absolutely ripping and roaring again on a 4 streak right now, 21 and 12. Make it 5 for him as he collects onto another kill. And let's see what he's trying to do here. Now his teammates getting taken care of on Hill. Now he's got to play back onto this. Going to collect, that's number 6, as he's going to be fully streaked out here as well. And again, looking for number 7. Make it number 8 right there. If he can collect onto it, and he does so. And Zernak just making sure his team can win this game right now. Headed over to this P2 side. Still not giving up anything. He finally goes down. And Xena now here to slam the door. But Revan back into it as the spawns do happen. Khan here trying to make a play into the spawns as well. And it's going to be Envy making a play onto him. Can he clutch up this kill? This is a huge one for the side of Omega, and they do so as they now take the lead into the P2 side.
Yeah, this has been a great resurgence from Omega late into this hard point. They've strung together a lot of time. It started on that Rock Hill break, and they've transitioned, you know, maybe not a whole lot of P1 time, but a lot of P1 control toward these top halls. And now they're getting a lot of this Lambo Hill time here right now. Only 20 seconds to fight over. Zarnok is not done in this feed. 3 spree for him. 28 and 13. Having a map for himself right now. Omega close to winning this hard point right now, as it's going to be only about 10 seconds remaining for the victory. If they can hold on to this scrap time on this P2, it's all going to be up to number 3 Gonzo on this rotation. We'll see if he can do anything. He's going to be back 10, but he's by him lonesome. He's going to get teammates support here in the end, but it's not going to matter because NB, a double kill for him. He's turning up late into this series as well, turning his stat line around. We'll see if the Omega boys can hold on because, I mean, so far it's been pretty back and forth on this P3 Invictus.
Yeah, it has been very back and forth onto this P3, and you can see the side of TFE 0 coming back into Hill. It's still contested back and forth. Khan now on the Hill, uncontested. The time goes his way. He's still collecting kills in this tin side. It's going very back and forth. They cannot allow them to get too much time here as well for the side of Omega. This could be, you know, something that spells the end. They've had a weak P4 side. They've now had a weak P3 side. Xena shooting bodies before the match is even done. This isn't over yet, young man. You got to continue to fry because they could also push back into Hill, but they're just going to play this P4 side. It does look like Wine going to have a huge task. So can't get it done on the kills, and it is going to be Fate and Revan making plays, and unfortunately it goes the way of TFE 0 right now. Not looking good for Omega, as it is TFE resurging back into the map again. Back and forth we go, and it's gonna be Hill time, gonna be contested now. Zoe here to make it something happen. It's gonna be the lead for TFE. Now they have to just hold and wait. This is where it could happen, and again TFE gonna clutch up when it matters the most, as they win the map.
Let him talk it.
237. Oh.
What a map number 1. I mean, that was just cinema there, Invictus. And I mean, you know, they're talking smack, and for good reason. You know, the late game resurgence from Omega, and I mean, you thought they were able to get it over the line. They, you know, were able to have a 30 or 40 point lead heading into that Rock Hill, but they just got shut down, you know, despite, you know, their best efforts on rotation. The kill feed was just blue, and they were just combining in as a team, just getting every single kill at the end there. And I mean, you know, Task Force 0 turning up when it mattered there. Oh my God.
Yeah. 35 and 15 out of Khan, 28 and untraded, but 30 and 18 from Zernak. You know, still going huge as well. Both sides having a nuclear side. This is a close one. This is like our B match we watched last night, guys. This is just a very close match. And right now we head to a dealership S&D where we're going to get even closer back and forth. We're going to have that close quarter engagement, those car bombs going off. Just a crazy map for sure. I do believe we're going to be not changing hosts. I'm not sure. Maybe we are. Production, can I get a confirm?
We'll see if we're switching hosts here in a second. But I mean, my God, what a close map number 1 there for sure. I mean, we thought maybe it was going to be Omega taking map number 1 in that respawn, to be honest, Invictus, but it wasn't. I mean, it's Task Force 0. They're going to strike first in our first set, or in our first map here as well. And I mean, dealership S&D is going to be up next as well. So we'll see if these teams, you know, are up for the challenge of dealership. I mean, we did favor, I think I favor Task Force 0 in the search, but we'll see if they're able to get it over the line here. It was Omega's pick. So we'll see if the, you know, that comes out to play here. I mean, well, I don't know. I guess I would probably still favor Omega in this one if it was their map pick.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was their map pick. We'll see them try to, you know, play pretty good on this map. They like this map a lot. So it we'll just see how the side of Task Force does play. We are going to be getting a host switch. I guess we're loading into the map.
Yeah, I think they didn't mean to do that. They were probably gonna end this one, I would assume, here in a second. You know, we'll see what we get this situated. But man, map number 1, that was about as good of a map number 1 as was promised. I mean, this is what the series is going to be so far. I'm excited for how it's going to continue. It's been delivering so far.
Yeah,
we'll see how map number 2 plays out. I mean, what are you expecting here, Invictus? You guys you've watched both these teams probably more than I have. What are you expecting in this map number 2 dealership here?
Well, you know, Gonzo and those guys from the side of TFE are very, you know, slow pace players. They like to play their S&D at very slow pace. We'll see them try to slow down these, you know, initial rounds for play, and then we'll see if they can, you know, bounce back and speed it up as well. For the side of, you know, Omega, unfortunately, they just like to, you know, play that 50-yard line as fast as possible. take over the space when they need to, control the sites when they need to as well. And then, just make sure that they have that whole thing covered and it is going their way in the kill feed. It will eventually. That's what I'm trying to say. We're going to see Omega have it go their way in the kill feed. And that's exactly what's going to happen usually from, just the progression we've seen so far from the side of Omega.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see what happens. Typically Dealership, I always talk about it, at least on this map and mode specifically, Dealership S&D typically favors the defensive side unless the offensive side is very coordinated and precise about their play calling and their speed at which they play, the pace at which they play. It really is going to come down to, who's going to make fewer mistakes on this map because, it typically comes down to, if you can steal an offense, particularly, if you have a trophy system set up, if you can, rush plant a site, whether that be A or B, it really just depends on, what looks are these guys going to give us off the rip here. And I mean, I believe the last time I watched Task Force play this, I think they ended up losing in round 11, I believe. So we'll see if that, comes back and in this game as well. We'll see if they can clutch up on this one because I mean, they did win map number 1, so they have a little bit of cushion here, but I would like to see them potentially win this one and get some revenge for the last time they lost.
Yeah, we'll see if that happens though. I mean, I think they're going against a very strong team that plays Dealership a lot in the S&D mode. So we'll see how that fares for them though. That's a problem. This team on the other side likes this close quarter engagement S&D map. They're very good at it. They like to play this 50-yard line. They know how they want to play. They are very, very, disciplined when it comes to this map as well. So we'll see what they can do here. Not having Lurkin as well is another question mark as well. We'll see if they can continue to do the same thing that we've seen them do on this map without him. You know what I mean? So we'll see what goes on here in this one.
Yeah, I don't know if he used the IGL or what. S&D typically, you're bouncing off your teammates. There's usually not one. I mean, I guess there can be. It depends on the team dynamic, right? There can be one IGL potentially, but usually it's a team-oriented game. People are calling stress, trying to do what they think is right for the round and how to adjust. But it's going to be offensive side so far for Task Force 0. They're going to be electing to go toward the B, and they only have one member to beat right here, but he's in a cruddy spot. We'll see if Zoe gets sniffed out, and it looks like he's not. So far, so good for Zoe. Zoe gets a double and does more than he was bargained for. Left alive. Last is gone, Zoe, and he's going to fall quickly in this round. And I mean, Omega, they're turning up. They're mad about map number 1.
Yeah, I'm telling you, these guys are crazy S&D demons at this map. You have 2 SMGs that are just absolutely crazy, Zoe and Revan. Zoe being the runner-up of the MVP voting last season for this actual division. So he's ready to prove that he's the number 1 player this year in the league. And that round definitely proves it for him as he collects onto 2 that he shouldn't even got. Should only got a 1 there and he collects onto a big 2-piece, just not getting checked.
Yeah, that was a great spot from him. And I mean, I'm surprised it wasn't checked from anybody going to that side door area. Usually, when you're going to flood B, you want to come from both directions there. Everybody just flooding through the double doors, nobody checking the close corner. Zoe activates, gets the first one, and also gets the second one as well. That basically seals the round for Omega there. And as well, they're going to go up 1-0, and they win an important defense. We'll see if they can transition that to an offensive round victory here, string some rounds together, get some momentum going. That's a good start so far, but I mean, it's their map pick, so I would assume they have something up their sleeve here.
Yeah, they definitely do. They like, early rounds, it's usually you see this B play come out of both teams. We'll see if that trophy is online for anybody, and we'll see if they can, try to find a kill into not into this, maybe this A site as well. We'll see a play over here, but I do think we're going to see a B execute off the rip here. These guys really do like this map. We've seen them play it a lot. So we'll see what they can do, as it does look like it's going to be a B site execute. Envy going to be your bomb carrier. Middle of the map already going to be chowed up. Zoe collecting on a 1. That's going to be a 2 in the kill feed now for the side of Dark Horse Omega. 1 does go down. Envy collecting back onto it. Bomb going to be allowed to get down. Gonto left up into a 3v1 scenario. He's going to have to collect on the 1 here. He does collect on the bomb planter, but after he gets the bomb down, again, he's just going to get taken care of. And Dark Horse making quick work of a 2-0 lead here right now. They look dominant in the S&D.
Yeah, that was a dominant round, and I mean, they're just setting pace. Invictus. I mean, they just ran up straight up mid-map. Zoe gets into their top office area, and I mean, that player's not even aware of his presence. He didn't even turn around. He just gets to shoot him in the back, just mounting pressure, you know?
That's what I was saying when we were building up this map, is they just like to play this 50-yard line play where they just, control the pace at the middle of the map, and that's exactly what they do. And now if you're TFE 0, you got to bounce around back here, trying to maybe go to this A site maybe, as I'll let you take it away, Clam.
Yeah, we'll see if they get some success toward this A site. So far, a bomb in the back. It's a car bomb. Mafia coming out in full effect, but the vent is too strong for Revan right now. Chimes on in, and already 3 dead yet again. And I mean, they're just getting cut to shreds in this SND so very quickly. Fate left alive in a 1v3. And I mean, if Task Force 0 don't collect some sort of composure soon, this might be a runaway freight train, as they're already down 2 rounds and they're about to be down a 3rd one here. We'll see. Maybe Fate can clutch on up, but I mean, that is not a great start.
Not a good start at all if you're the side of TFE 0. 2 offensive rounds get snuffed out, and off the back of the SMGs here from the side of Dark Horse, Revan and Zoe, first 2 rounds just collecting kills, and when it matters the most, 3rd round here, Revan doing all of the work like Zoe did in the 1st round. So we'll see if they can do the same thing, continue this pressure of play again. Zernak 3-0, Rev 4-1, 2-0 from Zoe. So we head to this A site where we're going to see these nades come out as well. And again, no trophy to play at home here just for a second. This bomb is going to be trying to get out onto site. Rev already pushed on up. He knows no one's here. He's going to collect onto this kill. He cannot get it, unfortunately. Gonzo in the back as well. Bomb is going to go down to this A site in the 3v4 retake now for the side of TFE. They're going to have to collect more onto this, as one does go down for the side of TFE. That's going to be Fate going down, as spot outs do happen. Envy goes down as well for the side, as Gonzo gets taken care of as well. Zernak now trying to find some more kills. 4-0 from him, and he finally does get taken care of. Xena here for the defuse, 1st round going the way of TFE on the defensive side.
And that was an important one for the Task Force boys to find there. You cannot go down 4-0 in this one. I mean, they're probably going to need to win this next offense as well to try and get some momentum back in their side, because it's looked pretty one-sided so far. I mean, that was a decent retake, though. They do get the first blood, and they are able to transition that into an effective retake. I just didn't really like that positioning from Envy, kind of just standing out in the middle of the open, gets picked for absolutely free for Omega there. Maybe some better positioning from him, and who knows what that round looks like for Omega. But, still up 3-1 if you are an Omega fan. So, I mean, it's still looking like sunshine and rainbows on this S&D. We'll see if they're able to get this one across the line. They're looking like the better team in this one for me, Invictus.
Yeah, right now they are. But again, you head on into this round, you can see it already. The opening kills going the way this time of TFE. I'll let you head back into the round here, Clem.
I mean, yeah, we'll see what it looks like. First blood and a second one as well. So Revan's going to fall. It's just Zarnok. Envy, what do you have left for the clutch situation? Looks like Zarnok's going to get 1. So maybe potentially a clutch situation. Just now left to Envy, though. 2v1 for him to deal with. We'll see. Or actually, that's going to be, Envy. Excuse me. Sorry. He's going to be trying to clutch on up on the defense, but he's going to have to try and defuse the bomb. Find both of these players as well. Has both of the guns for the situation. We'll see what it looks like for him. He gets tags in on the first one. Second one's going to peek as well. Shoulders are so effective for Task Force right there. They're going to get it done. Great teamwork from them on the offenses. They're finally going to get an offensive round on the board here.
Yeah, so far so good for the side of Task Force as they clutch it on up in the round again. Now we head on over to the side of Dark Horse's offense. Can they get another round win here? Being 2 up is a little bit different than being 1 up. So we'll see if they can clutch this back on up into their offensive side. You got to slow down some of the guys on the side of TFE in this round as well. We'll see another B play, I do believe, as they're not just making sure no one pops up through that window. Is the middle of the map play going to be executed on here? Raven does get spotted out. Do believe he sniffs out another player back here as well. He collects onto 1. He knows the window play can be an option. 1-for-1 trade does happen, but Zernak executes onto the middle of the map. clutches up 2 as a bomb is going to be going down. Gonzo now left up into it as he's spotted out in the middle of the map. He's going to meet Zernak for a 1v1 fight. They both know where each other are. Gonzo having an SMG in hand as well. As again, they're going to meet here again, and they're not going to be able to clutch. Can't clutch up onto that kill. But Gonzo here trying to clutch up for his team. He needs to find these kills fast, but he finally does get taken care of. And Dark Horse take another round now, 2 up, 4-2 for them in the S&D right now.
I've noticed a lot of the time on the defense for Task Force Zero, they're letting Gonzo or one of these players kind of on an island by themselves, and they're just getting overrun really quickly. And I mean, they're just not reading the pressure in time. You know, you saw Fate try and back on up there, but he wasn't able to get out in time, just kind of left in no man's land. And he gets first blood, and that allows Omega to just plant the bomb for absolutely free. And then, you know, Zarnok just playing the late lurk, knows they have the numbers and can just chime on and gets a double in the back there. So, you know, perfect coordination from Omega. I want to see Task Force maybe mix up their defensive strategies, maybe a 2-2 split this next time around, or maybe potentially just give up B, as it's going to be, you know, A on the cards for Task Force Omega this time. They have a trophy. They have the numbers. We'll see if it works out for them.
Yeah, they're trying to find something here into the middle of the map as they look into it. It is something that is going to go their way, but Fate goes down first early. They're just going to try to backplay this, maybe back to this B site, as they are trying to have this rotate come in. They played information over, and now they want to try to play onto an early execute onto this B site to try to get something down. Gonzo here on the rotating, making sure he's watching the lurk that could come back around from this A side. But I do believe the side of Dark Horse Omega already reading this onto this B site. They're not really allowing anything to happen, and the bomb is called back over to this A site now, and Revan's still here, allowed to play his life as well as he gets away with it. And Gonzo gonna get chowed out as well, and Gonzo going down now. Khan left up into it. 4v1 situation with only about 17 seconds and counting left. Bomb not on your back. You gotta find the kill, and you do so if you're the side of Dark Horse. Now up 5-2, looking dominant in the S&D right now.
Yeah, I'm a little, you know, taken aback at just, you know, how poorly the Task Force boys are just playing this map. I mean, I'm surprised they didn't ban this one, to be honest, here,
Yeah.
Nick. I'm not sure what exactly they were expecting. Maybe they were expecting a little bit more, or maybe less resistance, I guess, in this search. But I mean, it looks so far so good for Omega. They seem to know exactly what they want to do, and they're executing on it. I mean, it's really just been, you know, the offensive strategies working out for Omega in this one, and Task Force just haven't had an answer for it. We'll see if they, you know, can string some rounds together. They're going to need 4 in a row here to see round number 2 victory. We'll see if they're up for it, because Omega, I mean, this has been just kind of a steamroll so far, and aggression toward mid is the name of the game. Everybody from Omega going to be chiming on in mid map here. It's kind of a spread setup, and a car bomb in the back. Oh no, Gonzo, he's been the last alive, but he's the first blood this time around. It's 2 already dead in this round. This is looking all but over. It's going to be Fate and Khan left in the 2v4 situation. Good luck, guys. It's all up to you.
And you can see that, you know, I said it before, this middle of the map play, this 50-yard plane that they like to play, you got to check the bomb early here. It's going to be diffused.
No way.
No
way.
You got to check the bomb here, guys.
He got it. Oh my
Ninja diffuse
God.
from Fate.
Big brain melee coming out from Fate there.
Oh,
That was like the Karma Ninja Diffuse, if you guys remember back in the day on BO2 on Meltdown.
Oh
and
my
Fate
God.
just runs to the bomb and diffuses it. Nick, what was that?
I don't know. He just said they don't check. COD kids don't check, I guess.
I'm lost for words.
I'm so lost for words as well. What just
I mean,
happened? As
that
Fate
was-
clutches it
that was
up, though.
crazy.
He clutches up for the win as they continue the round out for their side. They're going to head out to this B site now, looking to execute here as well. This is where they've had most of their success. Both teams going to have to fight for it here. As Rev's none the wiser right now. He's just going to play through the flank, maybe thinking they're playing this A site. As right now, 1-for-1 trades do go on out.
Yeah, we'll see. 3v3 situation now, Nick. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, if they can string some rounds together here, that would be perfect. I mean, that was the perfect round to string some momentum together if you're Task Force here. So, I mean, if they're gonna do it now, it has to be the time. So far, Revan chiming on in a double. The bodies are being shot. Fate, you were the miracle man in the last round. We'll see if you can whip up something here. And it's 1v3 for you. Make it a 1v2 now as he gets the first, but only 40 seconds to play with now. Fate with the AR in hand, but he's going to have 2 players swarming him. We'll see what the timing looks like as Zarnok's going to spot him. But Fate gets another one. That's going to be the equalizer. 30 seconds left now in this SND. Fate, you've been the man. Can you convert it here? Zarnok's going to get the timing on the back, but Fate slithers on out 13 HP. Maybe it was fated for him to win this round. We'll see what the timing looks like. He's going to chow, though, not electing to go for this bomb plant. And Zarnok just looking for a pick here. We'll see what the timing looks like. It looks like Fate's going to slither onto A, but I think Zarnok might have spotted him here. 5 seconds for the bomb plant here. Zarnok, does he check it in time? Fate got off the bomb, though. It's going to come down to Zarnok wins it, clutching on up. And the equalizer here, 1 apiece now, Nick. Oh, my God, what a search.
Yeah. Yeah, a great search and destroy for the side of Dark Horse. They're not clutching up for the round win and the map win. The equalize. Look, going huge for his side. Revan 9-5, 9-3 from Zernak in the S&D. And they're letting them know on the other side right now in the comms. I know you guys can hear that. Going huge in the S&D to tie up the series. Ooh. Now we head to a control that is another bang out map for both sides. They're both very good at it at vault control. We'll see what happens here when we head on into this next map, but we're going to be switching up. I do believe the host maybe. So
yeah, should be, switching host.
We'll see what happens here again. If the host favors one side again on the other side as well, we'll see what happens. But again, so far so good for both sides. They take the maps that we thought they were going to probably take here. If we start off now, this is, really that swing map that we have to see one side come back into, and you can control the dominance. We've seen that Omega side come, alive when it comes to the control modes. Their team just comes alive, and that's when they start becoming, a top team in it as well.
Yeah, control definitely can be back and forth, especially it's going to be vault control up next. So honestly, can favor the offensive side after the spawn update on this map. You can pin them so far back in their spawn. As long as you're able to get A, B can be pretty easy to get as long as you get 1 wave of kills. They spawn all the way in that back P4 positioning. It can be incredibly difficult to get out of that if you're able to get those kills and convert it. So it's going to be really whether these teams are stepping up to the plate in the sling, making the fewest amount of mistakes really in the control. You have a limited amount of lives. We'll see what the momentum's looking like, because it looks like it has swung back Omega's way after that map number 2. But I mean, the respawn prowess from Task Force is nothing to scoff at there. They won map number 1, albeit it was a very close fashion. So I'm expecting another close one here in this vault.
Yeah, we'll see, a back and forth play style. I've seen the side of Task Force be very dominant on vaults, but I've also seen them have, a hard time, closing it out is what I would say. They can be dominant early, go 2-0 up, and then the team just chains 2 together and wins the 3rd round, and unfortunately wins it and, drags along the series as well. So we'll see what happens here for the side of TFE 0. They need to clutch up on the vault, but as the same goes for the side of Dark Horse, they're very good at this vault map as well. So we'll see what they can do, which team can be more dominant. I look for a guy like Zernak to clutch up in the moments when it matters the most with that AR on the offense and defensive side for his team, for Omega. And I'm looking at a guy like Gonzo to do the same thing. He needs to be in that kill department for the side of TFE right now, because they both, Gonzo has started off a little slow in the series, so we'll see if he can start to pick it back up.
Yeah, he was kind of the man left last alive in all of the clutch situations that last map. He kind of got the short end of the stick, so maybe having a little bit better luck this time around, hopefully having a better turnaround. It's not like he particularly played bad in that one, just kind of left in horrible situations, to be honest. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll see if he can kick up in this map number 3. I'm still kind of stuck on that ninja defuse, guys. I don't know. I got kind of lightheaded after that happened. That was insane. I lost my train of thought after that one. I've never seen something like that really in any of the tasks I've done. I don't know about you, Nick. That was magical.
I've only seen it attempted a couple times and it hasn't gone through. because they check it. Nobody checked
Yeah.
that from the side of Omega, and it just comes through for the side of Fate. You know, we do get an interview with their side tonight. We're definitely going to talk about
Oh,
that.
I gotta
Ninja.
ask him
Yeah,
about
we
that.
gotta
I have
ask
to.
him. We
Yeah,
got
we'll
to,
see if
but
we'll see if they can carry some of that momentum, some of that magic that he was providing there into this map number 3. They were, they do fall in that one. So we are going to see 4 maps at the very least, guys, tonight, and it's going to be a double vault back to back here. We'll see who's the Slang team that's going to take it this one. And to be honest, it's really going to be about this control. Whoever wins this control, to be honest, Nick, I think might win this series, because if Task Force come out and take this one vault for map number 4 here, we'll see. I mean, it was a very close in the respawn for map number 1, but I mean, I think this might be the dagger map here.
yeah, whoever wins this one, I think, takes the next one as well, because we're heading
Yeah.
back to the same map, just a little bit of a different mode. And slaying does matter on both of these maps at the same time. Both both modes and maps that
For
are
sure.
combined for these vaults tonight. That the slaying does matter. So we'll see. This will be an inkling of who's probably going to win that map number 4 as well, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with you. I do want to see all 5, but I mean, I don't know. We'll see if we're gonna take it there. I mean, so far it's been a back and forth affair, very close one way or the other. The S&D, it was, I shouldn't say very close. It was a decently close affair, definitely a comfortable one for Omega, but Fate had something to say about it toward the end. We'll see if he's going to be chiming on in early. It's going to be offense for Task Force so far. They're going to be playing slow toward A. First blood for Omega. They'll make it the second as well, as now it's just going to be Xena on the hill by his lonesome, getting a bad timing as well as 4 fall in the feed, and it's going to be an opening break for Omega, and a strong one at that.
Yeah, they look good to start off in this hill pressure. You can see they're already trying to pressure out the site. It is going to be a definite difference kind of thing here with Rev. He likes to pressure out his back spawn. Does get taken care of there early by Khan, though. And now the kill's going to have to go their way as they hit onto the A site for the side of TFE. Omega, though, coming in when it matters the most. It is going to be 1 for their side. And it's going to be Zoe again as he clutches up onto 2 now. And he's going to be able to clear down this hill and make sure they get into it. And Zertanok now trapping them in this P2 side of spawn, just holding down on the defensive side now, as this is very, very reminiscent of what we've seen before from these guys. As again, it's just a dominant defensive side right now. Zoj still pushed up into the P2 side, making him spawn closer to this peace point now. And again, Revan clutching up when it matters the most on the hill for his side. Again, Zoe getting another one in the spawn. He spots out one more in top.
I mean, this is just a blender, Invictus. This is such a tough round for them to even come out for.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they got kind of manhandled in this one. This was all but over. Only 7 seconds to even touch the point here. I mean, it looks like Xena is going to be able to stop the clock at B, so maybe a little bit of clearance, but they need to win a lot more gunfights if they're going to transition this one into a victory. Only 5 seconds. They're going to get all the kills and transition all up and on. So Top Cat, he's taken down as well, and a clean round number 1 from Omega. My God, that was convincing.
Yeah. Very good defensive side for Omega, just putting them in the absolute blender right there, Clam.
Yeah, it's tough to get out of the blender once you're put into it, too. You really just have to iron up and play kind of slow off of spawn, to be honest. It really seemed like Task Force, they really were just kind of rushing one at a time to get out of their base, really not, playing as a unit. They need to probably slow down the pace a little bit and then, try and make sure they're clearing their base before they transition to pushing up the map a little bit more. Maybe the next time around on their offense, they'll make that adjustment if they do end up in a similar position to what they were that round, but hopefully it doesn't come to that. I'm sure they're trying to slay out of their base, not get spawn trapped this time around, but we are going to flip on sides, and it's going to be Task Force on the defense. What does Omega have in store for us on the offense here? It's going to be aggression toward this top catwalk area.
And again, the pressure coming on in from both sides. Revan going to collect on to first blood again. And this pressure just a little bit too strong for the side of Task Force right now. And again, all the kills going the way of Omega early, as that's going to be a solid 4 dead as they hop onto hill. And Envy going to be in this top hookah's position. He spots out one going underneath. It is going to be Fate going underneath, but Zoe on the hill time, just collecting for now. And again, Revan getting one out closer to the B side. Zoe does go down. Revan collects back onto it into the middle of the map. We go, and A point still being captured by Omega. Envy here, making sure nothing happens to the side of the map. That's going to be a 3 cap. This is going to go quick, Clam, as it is pretty much done and dusted at this A site. Now they just have B to capture. Oh my goodness. It's just Omega being more dominant right now, Clam. What do you like? What's going on with the side of TFE?
I don't know what's going on with TFT this round. I mean, look at the life lead already, 27-18. They've lost 3 lives this entire round so far. I don't know what's going on with Task Force this map so far, but they got to turn up unless they're. I mean, they might be 3-0 in this control if they don't start getting some kills. I mean, they're having a horrible start to this map. Fate 1-9, 2-7 from Xena, 3-9. Gonzo, everybody really just double, triple negative right now as B is going right now, double stacked as well. Zarnock in your face, disrespecting you as well, getting all the way up in your bottom P4 positioning. B is going by, but it's going by quite slow right now. 2 takes already, and I mean, Zoe chiming on in for another one. Disgusting kill for him to find. Headshot sliding on through, gets a double, as this is going to be B done and dusted unless a couple of players can have something to say about it, but they're not going to have anything to say about it. My God, Invictus, this has been a massacre in round number 1 and as well as round number 2 here.
Yeah, it's looking bad for the side of TFE right now. They chowed them out on one of their best. Both these teams are very good at this map. We'll see if the side of TFE wakes up, but they're 2-0 down now in the control, headed back to what we saw from the side of Omega. The Dark Horse Omega side had a great defensive side to open up. They have a great offensive side to open up as well, and now they only need one more round to clutch up a win in this map number 3. And oh my gosh, they look like menaces on the map right now.
I don't know what happened from map 1 to map 3. I don't know where. I don't know if it's just a thing of Omega wasn't quite warmed up in map number 1 yet. Maybe the guns weren't quite as hot, or if Task Force just getting outclassed right now. Maybe they fell off tremendously since that first respawn. I don't know. Either way, 2-0 up for Omega, looking to close it out here, and they're going to be on the defense as well. Nade's going to land on it. It's going to be Con and Co. Bottom vault right now, but all 4 are going to fall. What just happened? They line up for Revan, 3 from him, and he's shaking his head, and I would tend to agree right there. Oh my goodness, what a break off.
Absolutely huge play coming out of Rev as Zoe is here and lined up for another one as well. They're not pushed up onto the street side. He collects onto the first one. That's going to be another 3 dead bodies are being lit up in the round right now as Revan is all the way pushed up into their spawn. This is a unfortunate place for you to be if you're the side of TFE. You're getting absolutely spawn trapped, and there's nothing you can do about it right now.
Yeah, Zarnock just farming kills in the back of his spawn. And I mean, double the life count already, 14v28. I don't know if I've ever seen such a life lead that quickly in control before. Yeah. My goodness, this has been incredibly one-sided. We'll see if Task Force can even make this respectable, can maybe get a tick or something on A to show some signs of life, but they're getting absolutely massacred. It takes Envy getting a team kill to even equalize the life count somewhat here. They're spawning bottom ammo right now, but I mean, yeah, nobody, I think at this point, they know it's over. 8 seconds left. Even team kills coming out for Task Force at this point. Send us to map number 4, Nick.
Yeah, this is a dominant performance in the control from the side of Omega. And we talked about this map at the beginning of it. Whoever dominates this one in map number 3 is probably what you're going to see in map number 4. And right now, Omega just look like the better team on the map, even though the kills have started shifting a little bit. But the lead for the life is just so much more higher to count up for the side of TFE to even contend with.
Yeah, I mean, despite the fact that they might get A here at the end, I mean, 4 lives left. It'd have to be perfect from here, but they are getting kills in transition. So hold up, not over yet. 3 lives to contend with, but I mean, the form they're in, I'm not loving their chances. It's really all but a formality here at this point. Fate's going to fall as well. Gonzo last alive in a 1v13. And map number 3 was not kind to you if you were Task Force 0 here. We'll see. It's going to have to be the Omega Ultra regain from me here, Vic.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my good Lord. Omega going huge in map number 3. That man on your screen, 17-4. Just not allowing the side of TFE to even get him in the spawn right here.
I mean, look at this kill cam.
Yeah,
he all 4. Nobody even shot at him.
No, nobody shot at him. Nobody shot at him. Zoe 21-11 though to finish us off. That's going to be your best score. He's clutching up, absolutely stomping the side of TFE. They are
I don't
loving
think- yeah.
themselves right now.
I love it. I'm loving the fact that we have the voice comms for the viewers as well. Typically, I
Yeah.
I don't typically have that on my
Yeah.
stream, and other streams don't typically have that. So the fact that we have that on here is actually just said about the fact that
Yeah.
we can hear the chit chat, the chirping, the shit talking or whatever. It's actually
I
great.
love it.
I
I
love
love
it.
it.
I love it.
Yeah, that's why I love casting for the Havoc League, because we can hear all of the chirping that's going on. It's fun, especially when you have a matchup like this, when it's a grudge match. This is still a grudge match,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. But right now, Omega look like the better team in the grudge match. They've come back alive, looking dominant in the map number 3. And Clem, what do you think happens now? Headed to Vault Hardpoint.
It seems like every map we've gone forward that Omega have gotten better and better. I mean, number 1, they ended up losing, but it was very close. Map number 2, it was a little bit more convincing, 6-3 in that one. Maybe a little bit of clutch up for Task Force right now. But I mean, map number 3, that was not even close. I mean, my goodness, that was one of the most dominant control performances I've ever seen. And I mean, if the trend continues, somehow they're going to top that. I mean, we'll see if they can. I don't know. That's pretty hard to top for me. But I mean, Task Force backs against the wall now, down 2-1 in this one. We'll see if they can clutch on up. I mean, they won the opening hard point, so maybe a little bit of solace knowing that they took that game mode. They're going to have to win this one as well. It's going to be Vault yet again. But I mean, if that's an indicator of how they're going to perform and from that last map, I don't love their chances here, Nick.
Yeah, me either. The Vault, they're just they look too dominant on it, man, and that's the problem right now. And Vault, looks strong for the side of Omega as well. But, it was Khan that had to drop 50 for his side to even bring them alive in a match where, the side of TFE did have to play this map for Vault. Can he bring his team back alive, drop another huge one for his side and try to bring it back in? Or is it going to be, the same old that we've seen from them on this map, where they just kind of start off slow and it doesn't go their way? We'll see what happens when we head into map number 4.
I mean, it's hard to even really say anything after a map like that where you just got, I mean, DTA, right, guys? I mean, that's you can put it in chat. I mean, it is what it is. It happens sometimes. It's really just going to test. Yeah, they got stomped. It's going to test the mental fortitude of Task Force. Really, at this point, it's really about it's not about how hard you can hit, how hard you can get hit and still come back. We'll see how their resilience is after that one. Because I mean, if they can come back and win this, I mean, they're the most resilient team of all time, in my opinion. Because that was just. Let's be real. That was just an ass beating of that map. So, I mean, I'm not expecting it to, but I mean, hey, we'll see if they're up for it.
I mean, it is something that you can see, something that could happen like this that could be expected. But at the same time, we'll see what happens. I'm not sure what's going on. We're just waiting for one more to join up into the next party. So we will be waiting for just a couple seconds. I do not know what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. So his game crashed. All right. Actually, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to head to a quick break real quick. Just give our casting voices a little bit of a break while he loads back up. We'll be back in just a couple minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We got all 4 loaded up into the lobby, but we head to a Vault hardpoint now. Clam, talk to me a little bit about what this map has to mean for the side of TFE to bring them back alive in this one.
I mean, they really just have to capture what happened in that map number 1. They did a great job in the clutch moments, making sure that they were not only just rotating and staying composed, but also just using their teamwork to their advantage. I mean, it seemed like map number 1, they did a better job of rotating and setting up, getting the cuts as well, especially to that Rock Hill and Hacienda. It's going to need to be more of the same. This time it's going to be the Money Hill P4 on Vault here, making sure that they're getting, the cuts and making sure they're not flipping out at the worst times. I mean, Control, we saw it in the last game that, they kind of got, slammed, massacred back into their spawn, but Hardpoint's a completely different beast. The spawns are not going to be stagnant. They're not going to be, static, I should say. they're going to be flipping on their head all the time. So making sure their positioning is good on this map is going to be key for me, as well as the slaying. They got completely outslayed in that one. I'm looking for them to step up and return to form here.
Yeah, they did really get outslain. I look at a guy like Khan that's got to start picking it up as well. Fate, Xena, some of these guys, you know, we've seen matches from them where they've actually gone nuclear before, but we do get a lobby timeout. So now we're just waiting for it to start back up. We will take a couple more minutes to get it started up, ladies and gentlemen. So just hang on in with us. Grab another
Call of
snack,
Duty.
grab another drink if you need one, because we're about to get it loaded up now. As you know, Vault favors a team that slays out a little bit more, in my personal opinion. I don't know how you feel about it on the hard point.
It depends, because I've seen teams, it really just depends on play styles too. Like there's some teams that play really fundamentally sound, and sometimes on Vault that can work, and sometimes it can't. Sometimes the fundamentally sound teams play too hard for the spawns, and they lose out on a lot of those contest heavy hills like P1 and that street hill P3. You know, P3 is not typically a hill you see a ton of time on, but, you know, teams that do, you know, a good job on that street hill can potentially win the map without rotating as much to those money hills if they're able to hold, you know, that contest heavy time, you know, winning the scrappy gunfights and transitions. So it's really just a play style thing, really, if they're able to come out with that. But, you know, typically the team that rotates to the money hills does end up winning as long as they're able to hold it. So I am looking at the P2, the P4. I mean, we'll see if Task Force can do both, honestly, because I feel like they're going to need to in this map, honestly.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. You know, there's been a lot of talk back and forth about certain players on these teams as well. So make sure you understand, like they do not like each other. They want to keep themselves alive as well into this map number 4 as we head on into it. The side of Dark Horse looking to clutch up and take the win in the series. Can TFE shut the door and take us to a red card, map number 5? Or will we see them lose out in the Slay battle again here on Vault? Vault Hardpoint locking in, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you do as well. Clam, what else do you have in store for this one?
Oh, I'm locked. I'm ready. We've restarted this lobby a couple times already, so I'm definitely ready to get onto this. And we got to think too, also, this was Omega's map pick as well, so maybe not as comfortable on that posse in the map number 1. That's probably going to play a factor in this one as well, as we're on board with Task Force. It's going to be Xena on your screen. 2 in front of him. The nade's going to come on through. Not going to find a home. Xena getting some shots in, but not good enough. 2 in the feed already for Omega, as they're going to get some early P1 time. We'll see if the setup favors them as well. Revan going to flip on through. It's just Gonzo on the overextension, and the spawns are going to, I mean, all rely on him to stay alive here, but he's getting overwhelmed by red arrows, and he'll get taken down. So that's how you flip spawns on their head, folks, on this P1 on the Vault.
Yeah, still on the spawn, though, in the hill time for the side of TFE there for just a little bit, but this P1 time finally now goes the way of the boys from Dark Horse. Revan trying to get a clutch up kill. Zoe trades it out. Now he knows more players could be here. He's playing around this light position. He finally does get taken care of. They're not here to push on in. Does not find anything. Revan here trying to keep the spawns in control of the side of Dark Horse Omega, as he can't clutch up onto a kill in the back of the map. Zoe's still here, now left up onto the P2 side by himself. He can't get one, and it's going to be an early break into the P2 side for TFE.
Gonzo in the back on the minimap didn't win that gunfight in the back for the spawns, so that was the lone member in the back, able to stay alive and secure the back spawns. But they are getting some hill time from the front here, which you can definitely do on this P2 hill. You could definitely funnel them in the back here. And I mean, Task Force showing us how it's done. They're doing a great job funneling these players from the front. It's hard to break on in when they have all the crossfires covered, and this is exactly the form they needed to come back into on this map, doing a great job milking P2. And not only that, they're going to have the spawn outs for P3 as well, as long as they're able to stay alive. It's really going to be up to Xena now to make sure that they're not flipping. He wins a crucial one in transition. That'll spawn his teammate on top of him.
Yeah, and again, you see Revan already pushing through into this P4 side, up into top art. Envy already pushing out of Vault. They know the plays are going to be here. Gonzo now trying to get into top art, but does he know this player is going to be here? That is the question. As a child does come out, Revan knows that there's a player lower, as he's going to get the comms from his teammates, as Gonzo is going to be here. Is he going to turn at the right time? As Gonzo does get finally taken care of in the hill time, now going the way of the side of Omega. This is where they could collect back onto this hill time for themselves. They've liked this P3 side usually, but again, they've already elected to hold down the P4 side going into the next hill, having the better spawns for it for now.
I mean, this is what I was talking about on the P3 hill. Looks like Task Force able to milk quite a bit of time as well. They split them out. So it's going to be up to really number 6. It's been Revan alive here the entire time on this P4 rotation. He able to turn in third. Bodies being shot, absolutely spit on there in the back. Can Gonzo hit the equalizer and Revan going huge. 5 spree for him. Absolutely frying in his vault so far. He wins a couple big ones in transition. That'll secure the early P4 time for Omega here. Revan going absolutely nuclear for Omega right now. Let's go into a listen in with Omega. See how they're common in this map number 4.
One of me,
Right there,
close,
shit on.
On me back.
One in the back, one in the back. One me your side, one's on top.
Yeah, one top, weak.
Missing side, missing
Weak as
side.
fuck. Just one more time as well. Nice, good shit. I'm spawning out. I'm spawning out, watch back. Nice, good shit.
One of me front, side.
Absolutely.
He's always side, going back, knock on.
Heard you.
I don't see him in the back.
Nice, he went back to
I'm
side.
waiting for you guys, hold on.
Fade in the back. Fade in the back. He's like side door.
One dead, 2 dead.
He's dead. Hold my
Side
front.
door, side door.
And a great listening coming out of the side of Omega as they get an early 4 dead to take the last little bit of time from this P4 side. And we head back to a P1. And now let's head into a listening with the other side as they try to control this P1 hill time to P2. Let's head into a listening with TFE 0.
No. I mean, cat.
I'm watching truck. I'm watching
I'm
truck.
spawning art. I'm hitting time with you.
At a time. Somebody a cat.
Yeah, I'll pick up your cat.
Yeah,
That-
3 dead. 3
One
dead.
cat.
3 dead.
Stun cat.
Nice.
Last one cat.
No, last one's not cat. Last one's
Dead.
there you
He's
go.
dead.
There
He's
you go.
dead. He's dead.
Money, front
Said
side
that,
time.
said that.
Left side.
Spawning
Oh,
out.
he's a
spawning out.
bullet bar.
Spawning on P2.
Hold bar.
They're all over P2. They're money.
Yeah,
all money.
money.
Yeah,
Stunned in
cat.
money.
Cat now.
I spawned out. I spawned hard.
Decent comms there from Task Force, I'm not going to lie, but maybe a little bit frantic, a little bit hectic there. I mean, they are, down about 40 points in this match so far, but they're just trying to stress the comms or on the rotation, making sure that they're not trying to flip. But as they do that, I mean, they are able to, they just lose all the gunfights in transition, unfortunately. So it's going to be spawns for Omega heading into this P2 hill, up about 40 seconds of time as well. We'll see if they can hold on. They have a great setup here, Nick.
Yeah, they definitely do. This is usually what you see out of this side. They just have very good setups going into P2. Zoe, usually the man that is on the hill, but now since Lurk is out, he's allowed to fry a little bit more, and you can see it already from him. He does have a huge potential to get another one, but can't collect it onto Khan, as Khan does go huge into that side map, and he's going to get another one on the hill, make it 2 for him as he clutches up onto the hill time again. And a contest does come on through. And again, back and forth, Zoe collects onto it again. And a back and forth into the hill time. Right now, the spawn favoring for this side right now for the side of TFE. But again, back and forth in the kill feed to make it even. The hill time still favoring the side of Omega.
Yeah, Omega have done a great job. I mean, doing exactly what Task Force did to them the first P2 rotation. They held it from the back, but then, they were able to flip on through the spawns, and they held it from the front at the perfect time to flip as well. So they'll have P3 set up as well, but they're looking for Khan on the overextension. They know he's around here, and they're looking frantically for him. It's really about when Gonzo activates on the overextension, he rips him top, and Khan should get the one from top art as well in the minimap. We'll see an extended gunfight here as Khan just trying to find him. He's unable to get the gunfight win so far, and his teammates are losing the gunfights in transition as well. Khan's going to fall. Great positioning, great patience from Zarnok as it's all left alive to Gonzo top right now. He wins an important one, but he's going to be last alive for now. He needs to make sure he's not dying here.
Yeah, Zoe here to take the fight to Gonzo as well. He does get spotted out, just hops out the window for Gonzo, and then hops back into this back site. Zoe trying to play the chase a little bit here. His teammates still losing gunfights, but Gonzo still holding this back site as we head on over to this P4 rotation. We can see, again, someone holding, that's going to be caught onto this P4 side, now holding it from the top window side, and he's going to clutch up on some kills, but he's going to get turned on from behind. So, with a big 2-piece in the kill feed now for himself onto this P4 side. Hill time still blue for now, but he's holding down this top site, not letting any reinforcements come on through. And again, he's going to clutch up onto one. He gets naded out, unfortunately, and Fate and Xena now holding this P2 side in favor of the side of TFE 0.
Yeah, it looked like a double team kill nade potentially. I'm not sure if that was just the nade cheese mechanics in BO6, but Zoe's just going to break on in from the side, wins at 1v1, and nobody there for the trade. So the final 20 or so is probably going to go Omega's way with a late resurgence on this P4. And if they're able to hold all of this time, they're going to have about an 80 to 90 point lead heading into our third set of hard points here. We'll see if Task Force can turn up late in this match because it's been all Omega so far. Revan, 26 and 14, having a stellar map for himself as well. I mean, he's doing a great job for Omega. We'll see if they can get it across the line. It's going to be Omega trying to break on into this P1. It looks like Revan's going to chime on in, gets one as well. It's going to be the initial blood, trying to play his life, 5 HP in a dream as his teammates are chiming on in for a few. We'll see if they're able to, not only get some P1 time here, but potentially break the spawns. Looks like where they're spawning right now, Nick. They're going to get the ammo spawns.
Yeah, right now they're going to get the better spawns for this P2 side, but at the same time, they need to try to fight onto this P1. If you're the side of TFE, you're getting bad spawns, and now you get flipped out. A little bit of a wonky one coming in, a little bit of splits coming in for both sides, and it's again not a great side, but Xena going to be able to win the gunfights when it matters most. The hill time still favoring the side of Dark Horse as they continue to raise that lead. Headed into this P2 side, they do not have spawns. They need to try to fight for this as fast as possible. Gonzo, the only one left up back here by himself, as it is controlled by Dark Horse now. And again, he goes down. Zoe clutching up onto the front side of kills. And again, kills going the way of Dark Horse late into this one is going to allow them to control this P2 side and potentially win the map here. The side of TFE going to have to rotate in as quick as possible and get this time back. Every little bit of time is going to matter now if you're the side of TFE, because it is a hard ass to do this deep into the hard point as well.
Yeah, Dark Horse, I mean, they're looking like the favorites in this one. It's going to have to be Task Force. I mean, can they go nuclear in this transition? They're down 100+ points here. 20 seconds for the win for Dark Horse Omega. We'll see if they're able to get it across the line. They potentially can win it on here. I think they're about a second off of winning on this hill. So, I mean, it's really going to have to come down to Task Force playing perfectly here. They will break on in for the final 10, but it's going to have to be an immaculate performance. I don't know if they're going to be up for the task here, Nick. Down 120+ points. And I mean, the rotation's already in for Omega. They're going to be stacking on this P3 zone. It's really going to be the pinch coming on in. What does it look like? So far, Zarnok chimes in for 1. 2 do fall, so they do get the player on hill, and they are going to actually get the kill in the back art area. So that's going to flip on through the spawns. But I don't know. 8 seconds of scrap time on P3 is plenty doable for Dark Horse here.
Yeah, I do believe so, that we are seeing the last little bit of time going the way of Dark Horse, and this is going to be done and dusted, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing that the side of TFE can do, as it's a nuclear performance from Dark Horse as they come back in and they absolutely destroy them in the last 2 vaults.
Yeah, I mean, that was not even close, Nick. That was just a one-sided affair if I've ever seen it. The control and then leading that momentum into the hard point, winning by 120 points. And I mean, man, it was a close affair too. I don't know what happened after that second rotation happened. They were down about 20 points, and then just with a flip of the switch, suddenly they find themselves in a gigantic hole. And I mean, you hear the chirping in the chat, letting them know. I mean, they deserve it.
Fuck, he's gonna make one on me or Revan, bro.
Good. Fuck that shit, Stain.
Dog shit, fuck.
All right, we're going to be heading into an interview with that winning side here in just a couple minutes, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk to the boys from the side of Dark Horse Omega. They come out nuclear into this one, knocking off another top-seeded team. We'll be back in just a couple seconds. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're joined back in the winner's circle with the side of Dark Horse Omega. We're joined up with Envy and Zernak. And boys, talk to me a little bit. You come out and put belt to ass to a top team in the division. You let them know you do lose map number 1, but besides that, you look dominant in the last, couple maps as well. Both on those the vault control, vault hard point, looking very dominant. Talk to me a little bit, Zernak. How's it coming back to the C group, letting people know that you're back with a good 3-1 W tonight?
Oh, I mean, I don't know how else to say it except for thank you. You know what I mean? I'm just here to play Call of Duty. And I want to get better and play with my teammates. So that's the plan.
I mean,
For sure, for
respectable,
sure.
I mean, you guys
Definitely
looked
respectable.
pretty good in the whole series, to be honest. I mean, it was really just the hard point that was close to the start. I mean, I guess you guys can talk me through that map a little bit. I mean, did you guys just kind of come out slow, or maybe make some mistakes in that one? Talk me through that HP and what went wrong in that one.
Oh, that map 1, we didn't have rotations on lock. Map 4 I had to call out the rotations and we were able to work towards that. But map 1, every single player came in, like all of us, all 4 of us just came in, no warm up, didn't even shoot bots, scrim, do nothing.
Yeah.
And that kind of just threw off our momentum. Plus, haven't played with Rev in a little while, so kind of threw that off as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, a great series holistically for both sides tonight, but you guys come out a little bit stronger when it matters the most in map 3 and 4. Talk me through that vault, you 3-0 Envy. Talk me through that as an AR player as well. How do you feel about that map?
I mean, I love that map, but they're just sprinting at me on cat. I don't know what to do. I'm just holding it high and they're sprinting at me and they can't gun me. I don't, especially when we have them in a spawn trap, they cannot shoot back.
Yeah, it was bad. The devious spawn trap that you had, Zernak. Talk to me about that. That was ridiculous there for a little bit. You're just shooting freely. They're not even shooting back at you. They're just, running at you almost.
Well, if you have your team, you have, if you create a line across that map and there's spawn, there's nothing that team can do. If you have somebody outer ammo, somebody outer P2s, two people, front, it's just they're stuck in that trap. It's almost impossible to get out of. But
Yeah.
they got out of it. But by that time it was too late.
Yeah, not for long.
Yeah,
Not for long.
definitely
You guys
so.
ended up closing that map out very, very quickly. I did want to talk about that S&D before I forget. I mean, you guys were comfortable in that one. I mean, I guess what I wanted to talk about specifically the ninja defuse round, because that was one of the craziest things I've ever seen, to be honest. It was like a 1 or 3 people alive as well, and he just kind of ran to the bomb and defused. What happened that round, I guess, from your perspective?
I think that's an Envy question. I was locking down the middle.
It was
Just
just
kinda see what Envy has to say about
miscommunication.
that
It was
one.
just miscommunication. It
Yeah,
happens.
I went to go to my bomb spot to watch bomb, and as soon as I touched it, he was defused. So I couldn't really do anything about it.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. That was a hype moment, though. I'm sure you guys will rewatch that and see it on the broadcast. But yeah, that was a fun one for us to at least watch from my perspective, at least. But yeah, maybe
Yeah,
not so much fun for you guys, but
yeah, talk to me a little bit as we head into this tournament now, guys. You probably secure a top seed, head to playoffs. What are we thinking about? What's going to happen here for playoffs? And talk to me about the rest of the league that's left up into it.
Oh, we've got a long road ahead of us. There's a lot of good teams out there that we've got to prepare for. And as long as we work together, I feel like we're unbeatable. But at the same time, I don't want to jinx myself. So let's just keep it on the minimum.
I mean, smart man.
For sure.
Don't want to jinx anything going into the playoffs for sure. And I mean, you guys, they do look like a strong team, especially that S&D was pretty convincing on the dealership as well as, I mean, the last 2 respawns. I mean, enough said, guys. Like, you guys, came out and slammed, looking like the team to beat for us for sure. And watching the Havoc League as well. I don't know, Nick, do you have any more questions for these guys before we let them go here?
No, I do not.
I mean,
I don't
yeah,
have any more
what a
questions
series,
for
though.
these guys, but Yeah, just a great series to watch holistically. We do appreciate you guys as always for joining us in for the interview after the game and letting the main stage do the cast. We'll be back in just a couple seconds, ladies and gentlemen, for the send-off. We'll see you in a couple minutes.
God damn. It's hot as fuck in my room.
How does playoffs
Yo,
work? Nick?
Gonzo
Do you know?
immediately
job,
winning
boys.
the shit talk, yo.
Yeah, good shit, guys.
Do what?
Is it like
Yeah,
is it
I
like the
don't know,
version
but
of
the
Valorant
whole-
on
Vault.
Oh yeah.
So how does playoffs work then? Is it so I see there's 14 teams in this pool. Is it like the top 12 and then the bottom 4 starting losers or something? Is that how it's gonna go? Okay. I was curious. I was gonna ask him about that, but I had no idea.
Yeah, I'm good. Why, what's up?
Yeah, it was like lagging for me or I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, my my computer wasn't fully plugged in all the way, so it's almost dead. But
Yeah.
yeah. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. There's the series. We finish in 4. We don't get to see that map number 5, which me and Clam kind of wanted to watch tonight.
A little bit.
Unfortunate event, but we get to map 4, and it's just dominance by the side of Dark Horse. Nothing else to really much talk about for the last 3 maps. They just take absolute dominance in those last 3 maps. Map 1 woke them up, and they continued to fry all the way through the series as well. So, we do appreciate you as always for watching. Clam, you got anything to shout out for the end cast here?
I mean, I appreciate you guys bringing me on for a banger of a match. I mean, it was particularly not particularly close toward the end, but it did start off with some decently close matches, and I'm looking forward to seeing these guys in the playoffs as well for the Havoc League coming up. I believe probably next week is I believe when they'll probably going to start something like that. I believe so. I mean, yeah, I appreciate main stage as well. I mean, I'm curious if Omega guys can make a run in the playoffs. They look like the team to beat here for me, Nick. So I'm just curious who's gonna step up to the plate to rival them here.
Yeah, I'm not sure. There's a lot of good teams left in the C group as well, but we'll see what happens in those series coming up for the playoffs. Make sure you stay tuned to the main stage. Make sure you stay tuned to Clam Stream as well. Absolutely huge over there as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we just want to give a big shout out to Dre X Wavy, our production on the back end of the things. We do appreciate you as always. Thank you to the Havoc League for allowing this to happen for casters and con players to have the opportunity to do what they love. We do appreciate you guys for watching. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, we'll catch you guys in the next one.